We watched the first 2 episodes of Creature Commandos, The Collywobbles, and The Tourmaline Necklace.
It's our kickoff into James Gunn's DCU.
Yeah, both like 20-minute episodes.
I like the way that it started off. Definitely references back to the Suicide Squad.
I think even before we get into the episode, what did you guys think of the intro to the show?
It was fine. I thought it's like funny that James Gunn is in it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the series.
You didn't like it at all?
So far, you don't like it.
I mean, like, I'm not doing jumping jacks
Yeah,
for it or
jacks,
anything.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm underwhelmed.
Yeah.
I thought by the second, I figured the first episode, okay, I'll let you go with that. But the second episode, except for the fight,
I agree.
See, I kind of like it. It's a setup. I get it and all, but I think that it's going to definitely take a turn for the better, in my thought. But they're only 20-minute scripts, but I think it's definitely setting up for live action. And I think it's important to watch this because it's gonna go right into this stuff. I mean, if you're into the DC,
You're just fucking everyone up.
I also saw somebody talking about how you remember that picture that came out where it's like Superman suiting up, and then in the background was like the pink blast.
yes.
People were saying that maybe it's Cersei in the gonna be the movie.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a bunch of people that could be that.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, but I think it would be interesting for this show to directly push into Superman.
Yeah.
I'm just, I guess, behind the 8 ball here because none of the characters. Well, the bride's okay.
And she may be dead. We don't know.
She seems to
she's
be
already dead, but still.
She seems to be able to kick Frankenstein's ass anytime she wants.
Oh, I think
definitely
you know,
my second
she
favorite
definitely has,
character so far.
you know.
hatred for him. There's no doubt.
But like my thing is like I have no idea who Cersei is, where she came from, or why she's so powerful.
Well, she's an Amazonian.
She's Amazonian. Yeah. She's
No,
like
I
the leader
understand.
of
I
the
know they
Amazonians.
gave us that
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah,
and She
yeah.
thinks she should be the new queen or whatever. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
coming from my the background of Wonder Woman and
The no origins idea works better when I have a fucking single clue who any of these people are.
Right.
You know?
Well, I guess they're
Yeah.
doing it in like a weird way where it's like we're seeing it through the episode. I guess it's
Yeah.
going to be one at a time
Mm-hmm.
because there's like 7 episodes in total. So.
What I didn't like so far in this series is the men who follow Cersei, which are supposed to be, I guess, like the offspring of the Amazonian woman. They made them like these freaking Trump guys, and I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
I think they should have kept more to script on that. So I didn't like that.
I was saying the same thing. She seems to be so powerful.
Yeah, and then
you
she's
know.
got these.
And she's got these bunch of fucking lug nuts
yeah, exactly.
around her.
Because as you know, we're all Trump supporters.
No, it's not even that.
I
It's-
know.
It's not even, but it's not even that. It's just a
I get it.
It's like
stupid thing.
they were just so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You know? And she must have killed half of them
Yeah.
during the fight anyway, throwing them through fucking walls
yeah.
and everything.
So
but
is it like they're supposed to be bastards of the
Yes.
Amazonians?
Looks like.
Because honestly, I know nothing about Wonder Woman and all that, so I don't like. Do they have men there too?
No.
Not that I know.
No, it's all
no,
women.
it's all
No,
women.
That's all women there.
So like,
but-
what happens to the men? Because I know, like in that Wonder Woman movie, she dates Chris Pine.
Yeah, she
So
Well, typical
Ooh,
men
what?
would
she
get
was out of
slaughtered.
curiosity.
Yeah.
You know,
I think a
Ooh,
normal
what?
man would get slaughtered if they were there.
I didn't get any connection except for the fact that the general said his son died.
Yeah.
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 What I like here is that if they do go live action, most of these people who are playing these voices
Yeah.
are
All
going
of
to be
them.
playing the parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Supposedly.
which is funny because Alan Tudyk's playing like 3
he's
characters
2 or
now.
3 characters.
Yeah.
He's going to be
What's his
Clayface
name
and
is
Batman.
also gonna be like a couple characters.
Sean Gunn.
Sean Gunn's
Yes.
playing Weasel and
Weasel
G.I.
and-
Robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G.I. Robot is definitely my favorite character.
He's
so
cool.
far.
He's
Thank
off
you.
the
He
hook.
is so fucking funny.
Yep.
Just the fact that his entire worldview
Is
is
Nazis.
through the lens of just
Killing
wanting to kill
Nazis.
Nazis.
Yeah.
Like even the scene where she's like, "Wow, it's so beautiful here." He's like, "I don't really like land that's devoid of dead Nazis." So and then like up at night, just fucking rambling about how many Nazis he's killed throughout the years.
Even when he was going to shoot Dr. Phosphorus because
Yeah.
he was arguing with,
Yeah, he's like,
is he a Nazi?
No.
No. he's not.
I think seeing it in the Jenga is probably my funniest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like how it like showed through his view too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the next episode's gonna be about him because title Cheers to the Tin Man. So
Alan Tudyk's a huge voice acting pull. He's
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
that's probably why they got him doing like 3 people.
I like him as an actor.
Definitely want more out of Dr. Phosphorus. He's an interesting character, and Alan Tudyk's great. So
Yeah.
When I seen him sitting there at the table when they first went into the prison, I was like, what the fuck? Is that like a poor man's Ghost Rider or something?
Yeah.
You know.
I like the running gag so far where it's like, I look like I'm smiling, but you can't tell that I am.
But are you smiling? Yes.
Yeah.
I also like the scene where Rick Flag is getting some, and he's outside the door. 30 seconds. You know what? He's pretty good at what he does. Give him a minute.
Yeah.
So explain it to me. I'm not really even sure why they're there. I know they're there to protect the princess, but why?
But why?
Amanda Waller doesn't want the Amazonians to get powerful, I guess, and like they don't want them to take over that country.
Yeah, I mean, but like to me, like it's like, where the fuck did this country come from?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that it's important to the Amazonians.
Yeah.
It's weird how like comic books and everything just like have like third world countries like, oh, they can just be replaced. Who gives a shit,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then like the only like continent that's like fully still there is like just America, North America.
It's a little bizarre why they're there, I guess. But
Yeah, I mean, I am kind of like lost
Yeah.
on it. Like, I know why they're there in the sense it's like they're prisoners, they're criminals that are forced into this Project
Right.
X thing.
I'm pretty sure it was like all explained a little bit too tightly in that opening scene
Yeah.
of the first episode.
Yeah.
You know,
When Waller's talking to Rick Flag.
yeah.
and it doesn't really make much sense anyway. So
Yeah. Also, the trope of Soviet loving America,
Yeah.
it's fine, I
I
guess.
did think it was funny when the woman in Frankenstein's place just like had the Zac Efron phone background.
yeah.
That's just like one of those like James Gunn joke.
And this country apparently is close enough to drive to Frankenstein's castle or house.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess so.
because it's
You know,
it's supposed to be the country where Frankenstein was made.
not in any of my books.
Yeah, well, it's
I know. I don't even remember the name of the country.
Pokalistan.
Pokalistan,
yeah.
yeah.
Not quite.
But like I said, first 2 episodes, I'm not
I
invested yet.
I enjoyed it, and I like that it's edgy, and it's definitely, you know, they had nipples and sex scenes.
Oh
and
no,
everything
yeah,
else,
they
you
use the
know?
word "fuck" a lot.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. So
I mean,
it's
it's definitely
got
an
some
adult
edge.
cartoon.
Oh, there's no
Yeah,
doubt.
100%.
I wonder, like, what is going to happen, because this was, like, I don't think they knew that this was a part of the new DCU yet.
Right.
Or, like, I don't know how many revisions they went
Right.
back
Well,
to
you had
do.
mentioned to me Gunn was writing this around the time
Yeah.
before he was even the head of DC.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he probably just got this gig as, like, almost like a spin-off to Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So this is in
Yeah.
the world of Superman and
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, and
Yeah.
but just not our Superman or our Wonder Woman.
What do you mean by our?
Like all Wonder Woman movies. Like
The ones that have come out previously? See,
Yeah.
anything from the DC EU is pick and choose canon at this
Right.
point.
Yeah.
So, like, Peacemaker is canon, but the Justice League showing up in that is not.
right.
So,
Yeah, I know it's okay.
gonna be confusing for a while.
Because like my first thing was with her wanting to be queen of the Amazons is where the fuck is Wonder Woman? You know, I think
Yeah.
she might want to have a little say in
Yeah.
what's going on in her.
Especially since you're bad and she's not.
Yeah, you know, it's
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I said, we'll see.
I don't want to, like, shit on this too much. Just I didn't dislike it. It's
Right.
kind of
No.
just like how many times is James Gunn gonna make like Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy? You know, it's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah.
But then also, like, you know, the fight scenes are great.
I thought
The
that was
animation
brutal.
is
yeah,
like top of the line. I think it's significantly better than fucking Invincibles last season.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that, you know, these fight scenes even built upon the background, the strengths of these characters. So now that fleshed it out a little bit more. So I'm just hoping that it goes forward with a little bit more depth.
that was brutal. I enjoyed that fight
Yeah.
scene. I mean, I
Yeah.
like the fact that if you hit somebody, they get bloody.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I thought it was a interesting
burned or
choice
scratched.
to end the second episode with like a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
With maybe 2 of the characters dying. Like,
And
I
that-
doubt they will.
Yeah.
I know you said like
Maybe one.
It wouldn't be past
No, it wouldn't be past
what
if
we've
we do it.
seen
Yeah.
James Gunn do, but
I was thinking, though, like, it's kind of weird how, like, they don't give the fish lady any background. So maybe she is actually dead.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been, like, a good opportunity to almost, like, dual backstory going on there.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
he
she's
was-
been next to useless.
Yeah. She kind of just,
Basically.
like, she just found the necklace immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ended kind of weird because remember I brought it up to you.
with getting hit by the butt of the,
The
gun.
butt of a rifle and knocking her out.
That
you know,
makes no sense.
someone that just threw a fucking car at.
I did think it was interesting that her arms are just fucking
That
wacky
was-
and
that
inflated.
That
like
was
2
weird
men.
to me, too.
I didn't like that.
Like, why make them balloons?
She could have magically bound her or,
Yeah.
or something as opposed to making
Yeah.
the.
I just felt
But that's like a
underwhelmed.
James
that's
Gunn thing,
that's all
though,
I
you
can
know?
say.
I know.
Mhm.
I just felt really underwhelmed.
Yeah, it's
That's what kind.
I mentioned it to you, like, everything he's been talking about, James Gunn, it's like, yeah, Superman's really going to be our kickoff to the new DCU.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
this is it.
And then
This
it's
is,
like,
this is the
this
the
came
first-
out first,
Yeah.
but I guess maybe this was in the
Hey, there was a
works
nod though to this
before.
guy. He was in the beginning.
that was
He
cool.
changed. It's
Yeah.
Superman.
I
That
feel
was
like I
really cool.
kind of
You know?
don't like that too much, honestly. It's just like a little bit weird.
Also, like
You know.
it that showed it was like there was Starfire was dead and stuff.
Mhm.
It was really
Yeah.
interesting.
I,
What do you mean?
You didn't see that? Like when Superman's like chained up behind him is like other dead people.
Didn't notice that.
I did not notice that.
no, I didn't notice that
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, some other like dead. It was like in the fire. Right?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of something
We're
else?
talking about
The opening scene.
like the intro.
Yeah.
thing.
You know, it
Oh,
says DC,
oh, yeah.
Like the-
Okay.
where it says DC, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What the fuck are you
Wait,
talking
what are you
about?
talking about?
Yeah.
No, there was like a picture that came out and it was fire. I don't know.
He's gonna have to look it up on his phone now.
I got it.
Yeah, but what made it more disappointing was I kept saying it's James Gunn,
Yeah.
you know, is involved in this, so I was kind of hoping for a little more.
So I found what I was talking about
Uh-oh.
as well.
Alright.
So it was teaser thing at the end of the first episode.
Like
Wow.
Superman
Yes, and
crucified?
Superman's- yeah.
Superman's crucified.
Yeah.
Starfire is dead on a stake. I'm just gonna assume that's probably some like
Dream sequence.
yeah,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
bad vision.
Interesting that like I guess Superman's like involved in that. Then
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mhm.
I guess we're not going to see an origin story. I don't know if like.
Well,
I
I'm
knew
pretty
that.
sure they said it wasn't gonna be right.
Well, I knew that for Batman because like he's like experienced or supposed to be. So
My favorite scene, out of both of them all together, was the timeline going back with Frankenstein and
montage.
the
yeah.
montage thing. That was my favorite of the whole thing.
That was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. With that, maybe our little fish girl is not going to make.
My favorite scene was, I want to show you the armoire.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
Zink! That's not the armoire.
people are speculating that the princess is Clayface.
Oh
Ah,
my god.
That's
Really?
interesting.
Yeah,
That would
That
be
is
funny.
interesting.
because I mean,
Yeah, I do think
we
she
did
has
see
evil.
that trailer where
Yeah.
Clayface is gonna be in this.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. Then
Yeah.
Flag should commit suicide.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would also be like weird because like I guess it's just like their whole mission was fucked anyways. You know?
Yeah.
I could see that happening though, and then someone being like, "You fucked the Clay guy."
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be Phosphorus.
Yeah.
It's going to definitely be on his ass.
Favorite scene for me was definitely the Rick Flag and Dr. Phosphorus fight.
That was cool.
That was a good fight.
Yeah, it's
I,
really
I'll,
well.
I'll go with the Bride and Cersei fight.
Mm-hmm. That was good too.
I'll probably just go anything like GI Robot.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna do. I actually, you know what? Just the Nazi symbol with the Jenga pieces. That was my favorite.
But they
Damn
better start.
Nazi.
They better start getting to explaining shit
Yeah.
because
I hope if next episode is
Yeah.
like a GI Robot episode, then it doesn't like take away from the fact
Right.
you can almost just like come up with his origin on your own. You know, like he was a robot that the Americans made to kill
programmed
Nazis.
for-
You know,
yeah.
it's that
Mhm.
simple.
I don't think it needs some
Yeah.
long, convoluted
Yeah,
explanation.
I feel like it should be more like
it's probably
what he's doing.
more interesting if it's not
Yeah.
explained almost.
But apparently he's one of 5 or 6 or something like that.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I know he's got the number 2 on his helmet, but I
Mm.
think he was actually the 7th one. I don't know. So maybe there was more.
So-
I'm pretty certain it
Is
was more.
was this mentioned in the show, or is it like a comic thing that you saw?
There's comic stuff that
Oh,
I had.
does he have a 2 in the show?
Yes.
So does like each robot kill different things? Like one's
I
Nazis,
think they were all
one's
basically.
ISIS.
No, I think they were
I
all
wonder if
made
they're
up
gonna
to
Oh,
kill
okay.
Nazis.
Tie that into Metal Men. You know,
Ooh.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I wonder. What'd you guys think of Frankenstein himself?
Kind of sucks.
Kind of sucked.
Kind of. I mean, I kind of like the look of him and this and that. But here he is. He's on a yacht. He's got these women dancing for him like he's, some type of oligarch or something.
I
you
also
know?
didn't really love David Harbour's voice.
No.
as Frankenstein.
It was a little bit off. I thought as well. But
Kind of just David Harbour.
But he's just.
Yeah.
I know. But he's just a dick.
Yeah.
it is weird how like I guess they do kind of have to think about like, oh, these people are going to also be in live action, so we
Mhm.
have to get someone big. I guess you know.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't too impressed.
Yeah.
I was honestly a little disappointed
Mhm.
with Frankenstein just because I like David Harbour and
Yeah.
he was like
Mhm.
going into this I was thinking he would be one of the standouts, but
Nope.
no.
Well, not yet, at least, but we'll see where it goes. My prediction is he's going to save the bride.
Yeah.
And then they get fall up.
I hope she kicks
I mean,
I don't know
balls.
about falling in love though. but-
I know that he is like a part of the team in the comics,
Mhm.
so I don't know if they are together
In the comics,
comics.
like it's just like Frankenstein and then like Weasel I think is like a werewolf in the comics.
Yeah, well, there is a werewolf in some of the original, actually the 2000 versions, I think. 'Cause this even goes back further than that.
Well, I think like originally
it's like an '80s comic.
it
I think.
was let's just like bring in like the Universal monsters that
Mhm.
we own to just
Yeah.
like do something.
Yeah, I found it weird that Victor Frankenstein
Mm-hmm.
felt Frankenstein was his son
Yes.
but his other creation
Yeah, it becomes his
becomes
lover.
his lover.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I guess like he built it to be the lover of Frankenstein.
Yeah, and then just kind of fell into.
Yeah.
Just to me, it was
Definitely weird for sure. Nothing fucking normal about what's
nothing
going on.
normal
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
anything there.
But it was
What do we
weird.
think of Weasel though?
Weasel's just Weasel. He's a pain in the ass.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure episode 4 is going to be about
Useless.
him because
Yeah.
the title's Chasing Squirrels.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like one of those characters where it's like the comedic character where it's like
It
let's
runs
give him
out.
a crazy fucking backstory.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like, oh, he actually has a super sad backstory. You know,
Yeah,
like
but like
fucking
you know
anime.
that type of humor though, it runs out fast. You know, I mean, how many times
Yeah.
can he spit something up and piss on something?
Oh,
or what
how
have you?
important was he
You know?
in Suicide Squad?
He wasn't, except that he survived. Remember at the
Yeah.
end, he got up and walked away.
Yeah.
What did he even do in this 2 episodes?
Nothing. He peed on things. He
Ate his own vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just mentioned that he was incredibly violent, but he's yet to show
Yeah.
violent tendencies.
He supposedly killed children. Right?
Yeah.
27 kids
Yeah.
or something.
So they say, and she basically put him in the squad because of his resilience.
And like, if you notice, they kind of subtly brought up the princess lives in all this glory,
Yeah.
but yet the town folk,
They're
the
all
city looks like
squalor,
it's,
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the fish girl. I think she recognized that, and
Yeah.
she was kind of.
I'll put like 5.5 on it.
See, I was at a 5.
Yeah, I'm around that too.
Yeah, 5.
Right?
All right.
I think it has potential, though. I'm going to give it that.
They got one more episode to show it to me.
I'll probably finish it.
I'll
but, like,
definitely
Oh yeah,
finish
no,
it.
I'll definitely finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Right.
I mean, I enjoy the I think the animation's fine, and like I said, the fight scenes were interesting.
Yeah. If it's not good, maybe we'll watch it every 2 weeks or something. You know.
I'm still confused because I don't see any of these characters going forward in the DC. I mean, to me,
Well, they're gonna be canon in animation, live action movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
Apparently, video games. It's all tying into one big narrative.
I feel like where we're gonna see them is through Waller. You know, because I feel like
Okay.
you got to think of it more as in like her force.
Eventually, if we get to some like Crisis on Infinity Earth thing,
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone will show up.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be like their Secret Wars. You know.
Next time, maybe we'll be watching Cheers to the Tin Man.
Yes.
Yippee! I love this
Oh,
show.
wow.